Princess Charlotte unexpectedly shocked the entire country with her eye-opening speech. Her words sparked widespread shock, quickly going viral overnight as they offered a rare glimpse into a side of the British royal family never seen before. The cameras had only limited access that evening, but Princess Charlotte made sure her words would not be forgotten. That Christmas in 2024 at Sandringham House was intended to be a private affair for the royal family and a few respected guests. The royal family, including Prince William, Princess Kate, Prince George, and Prince Louis, had gathered for an intimate evening. Though the press was given only glimpses of the event, what happened inside those walls would soon leak to the public, sparking widespread speculation. Princess Charlotte had been eagerly preparing for the moment. Her parents, William and Kate, had encouraged her to speak with confidence. This was her first public address, and she knew the importance of her words. But what no one knew, not even her own family, was that she had a hidden message buried within her speech. A message that, once spoken, would set off a royal firestorm. As she stood mounted beside the tall podium like a sentry, she gained the attention of all who celebrated with her family within the house. Her little hands tingled with excitement for what she was about to do. "My lords, ladies, and gentlemen, dear family and friends," she began, her voice clear and confident like a gentle breeze on a summer's day. "I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to all of you for being here with us today. It's a special time of year, and I'm so glad we can share it together." Her eyes sparkled with warmth as she glanced at her parents. Prince William gave his daughter an approving nod, while Kate Middleton beamed with pride. The guests, royal family members, and close friends listened with admiration as she continued. Her body language betrayed a hint of nervousness, but through it all, a small smile remained rooted on her face. With her hands gently plastered to her sides, and her palm ghosting the smooth surface of her velvety gown, the princess was a mirror of calm and confidence, a reflection that effortlessly mesmerized the pairs of eyes angled toward her. She spoke about family unity, love, and hope, reflecting on the difficult year that had passed. She even mentioned her mother, Kate Middleton, acknowledging her strength and resilience after battling cancer earlier in the year. The crowd applauded. It was a speech fit for a future queen. Then everything changed. As Princess Charlotte's eyes scanned the room, they landed on one person in particular that made her pause: Queen Camilla. For a moment, the princess's confidence wavered, and she felt a pang of anxiety. In the course of her practices within the four walls of her bedroom, she had never acknowledged Camilla in her speech. And in that moment, an entire history flashed before her eyes. She remembered the times when Camilla had scolded her during formal family gatherings, her voice stern and unforgiving, especially at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, when Camilla had reprimanded her for not standing still during the ceremony. She remembered how hurt she had felt at that moment. First, due to the injustice of having been pinched by her brother, Prince George, only to be silenced with a reprimand from her step-grandmother. And second, due to the fact that she desperately wanted to get along with Queen Camilla, but was unsure how to. The memory made Princess Charlotte's heart skip a beat, and she felt a surge of emotions. Why didn't Camilla like her? Was it because she was the daughter of Kate Middleton, whom Camilla had reportedly never gotten along with? Or was it because Princess Charlotte was a reminder of the fact that Camilla was not the biological grandmother of the royal children? Did the name Diana stir something unpleasant within the queen? Princess Charlotte was not a fool. She knew all about the rumors, heard them through whispers at family functions and innocent gossip at school. Whatever the reason, it was clear that Camilla and Princess Charlotte had a strained relationship. And as the princess stood there, trying to compose herself, she couldn't help but wonder, would they ever be able to put their differences aside and get along? Or would their relationship remain tense and awkward? Alive with low whispers, the crowd felt something was amiss when a young princess trailed off. Not far from her, her father, Prince William, gestured with his eyebrows for her to continue, his body bracing for the moment he would swoop into the rescue. Fortunately, his look of concern was a wake-up call for Princess Charlotte, who quickly covered her laps with a smile. Princess Charlotte took a deep breath. Then she did something unthinkable. She turned back to the audience, and with the innocence of a child but the impact of a future leader, she said, "Christmas is about family, and sometimes family is more than just blood. It's about who stands beside you when times are hard." The words hung in the air. Some guests shifted in their seats. Others glanced at one another. Then the next words changed everything. "My grandmother, Princess Diana, always believed in love and kindness. Even when she was hurt, she chose love, and I think that's something we should all remember." The room froze. The effect was immediate. Kate's eyes widened. Prince William stiffened. The whispers among the guests grew louder. But the most telling reaction? Queen Camilla's expression darkened. It was subtle, a slight tightening of her lips, a flicker of something in her eyes. But to those who knew how to read between the lines, the message was clear. Princess Charlotte had just invoked the memory of Princess Diana on Christmas, in front of the woman who had been at the center of one of the biggest royal scandals in history. Within hours, the royal press office moved swiftly to suppress the details of the speech. The official record omitted the section about Diana, instead highlighting Charlotte's sweet holiday message. But it was too late. Several high-profile guests had already spoken to journalists, and soon, leaked descriptions of Charlotte's words hit social media. The phrase "Princess Diana always believed in love" spread like wildfire. The public erupted. Did Charlotte just call out Camilla without even realizing it? This is the boldest thing a royal child has ever said. Did the palace try to hide the speech? What were they afraid of? By morning, the Princess Charlotte speech was trending worldwide. The British media scrambled for official statements, but the palace remained tight-lipped. The video of the speech never surfaced. Royal insiders hinted at an internal discussion within Buckingham Palace, debating whether to release an edited version of Charlotte's speech. But the damage was done. Meanwhile, Camilla was notably absent from public appearances for several days. The world had witnessed something extraordinary, a moment that would be analyzed, debated, and remembered for years to come. Princess Charlotte had no idea what she had done. Or did she? The whispers of Princess Charlotte's speech did not fade. They only grew louder. What began as a moment of youthful sincerity had quickly turned into the most controversial royal incident in years. The British public, already accustomed to secrecy within the monarchy, sensed something different this time. There was something the royal family didn't want them to know. In the days following the Christmas gathering, speculation ran rampant. The usual palace correspondents reported vague descriptions of Charlotte's speech, carefully omitting the most talked-about moment, her reference to Princess Diana. Instead, official royal sources emphasized her grace, poise, and the heartfelt warmth of her message. But the real story had already begun to leak. Multiple sources, from high-profile guests to insiders with knowledge of the event, confirmed what social media had already begun piecing together. Princess Charlotte had spoken the name of Diana, and in doing so, she had perhaps unknowingly shattered an unspoken rule within the royal family. It wasn't just that she had spoken of Diana. It was the way she had done it. The young princess had invoked her late grandmother's legacy in a way that placed love, kindness, and loyalty at the heart of family unity. To some, it was a powerful tribute. To others, it was a veiled challenge. And then came the media blackout. Royal correspondents who had initially been eager to report on Charlotte's moment were suddenly silent. Not a single video clip of her speech surfaced. No official transcript was released. The only accounts available came from those who had witnessed the moment firsthand. To the public, it was obvious someone had intervened. The longer the palace remained silent, the more suspicion grew. Why was the speech not available online? Why were the details being kept secret? Who had the power to make it disappear? Princess Charlotte's words had been too revealing, too honest, and Camilla had sought to protect the royal family's reputation by keeping the speech out of the public eye. For years, the royal family had worked to control the narrative surrounding Diana's legacy. Camilla's rise from the shadows of controversy to her position as queen consort had required careful management, and now, a 9-year-old had just threatened to undo decades of carefully curated history. The whispers quickly turned into theories. Had Camilla personally requested the suppression of Charlotte's speech? Had the royal press office been ordered to scrub any mention of it from official records? Was there something more in Charlotte's words that the public wasn't meant to hear? And then the photos leaked. In early January 2025, a single photo began circulating online, throwing fuel onto an already burning fire. It was taken at the Sandringham Christmas gathering, showing Princess Charlotte with tears streaming down her face. It was a heartbreaking image, one that tugged at the heartstrings of all who saw it. At first, no one knew what to make of it. The princess had been beaming during her speech. What had happened after? As it went viral on social media apps like Instagram and Twitter, it sparked a frenzy of speculation and analysis. Tabloids picked up the story, running short segments on the possible reasons behind Princess Charlotte's tears. And then, like a masterstroke of fate, a picture of Camilla taken at the same event surfaced. In the photo, Queen Camilla wore what some described as a smug, satisfied expression on her face. The pairing of these two pictures, Charlotte in distress, Camilla seemingly pleased, was enough to send the internet into chaos. Social media exploded. "Camilla's evil smile is a dead giveaway," tweeted one user. "What could have happened at that party? I don't want to believe she upset the princess," someone commented under the image. Likewise, another user posted a side-by-side comparison of the two images with the caption, "The face of innocence versus the face of guilt. You decide." For days, the debate raged on, with many calling for the truth to be revealed. Through it all, the royal family's silence only added fuel to the fire, and soon, the entire nation was convinced that the Queen was possibly the reason behind Princess Charlotte's tears. It made one wonder, how much had her speech served as a triggering chord? Could it have led to such a dramatic turn at the Christmas party? The press, unable to ignore the uproar, finally addressed the speculation, but only in carefully worded statements. The Princess of Wales and Queen Camilla maintain a respectful and warm relationship, one report read. Any suggestion of tension following the Christmas speech is pure speculation. But the public wasn't buying it. Camilla had largely stayed out of the spotlight in the days following Christmas, only fueling theories that something had happened behind closed doors. The timing was too suspicious. And then came the final twist. As the controversy spiraled, royal insiders claimed that even within the family, there were differing opinions on how to handle the fallout. Prince William, deeply protective of his daughter, reportedly wanted to address the situation directly, perhaps even release a redacted version of Charlotte's speech. But others, including Queen Camilla and palace advisors, vehemently disagreed. By late January, it became clear that the public would never get to see Charlotte's speech in full. There would be no official recording, no transcript, no acknowledgement of what she had truly said. The young princess had, in a matter of minutes, unintentionally walked into one of the most sensitive royal dynamics of the modern era. And while she may not have fully understood the weight of her words, their impact was undeniable. Despite the secrecy surrounding her speech, one thing was certain. Princess Charlotte had become a force to be reckoned with. This speech was only the beginning for Princess Charlotte. At just 9 years old, she had already proven that she carried the strength and boldness of her grandmother, Princess Diana. The question remains, did she mean to send a message, or was it a simple, heartfelt tribute that just happened to shake the monarchy? Only time will tell. What do you think? Was Princess Charlotte's speech a bold statement or an innocent moment blown out of proportion? Let us know in the comments below.